What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Force 1 Low Premium New York versus New York. This special edition colorway of the Nike Air Force 1 Low celebrates Nike's annual basketball tournament, New York versus New York. Taking place in some of the city's most iconic basketball courts, this has been an annual collection for a while now, and this year these Air Force 1s are part of that special collection. So these drop on June 25th for $135 US or $175 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is white, Aquarius blue, and court blue, and these are available at most Nike sportswear retailers, including The Closet Inc. here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is an independently owned and operated sneaker boutique based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada, and they're my go-to shop for Jordan retros and Nike releases, offering some of the best prices in the entire country. So for all my Canadian viewers out there, I've linked their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below. So show them some love, support the independent shops, and tell them that I sent you. So this is your classic Air Force 1 Low silhouette, but there's quite a few special and unique touches on this pair that really makes it stand out and makes it worthy of this annual tournament. So jumping right into the details, you'll see how the majority of the upper is crafted using a genuine white colored leather. So there is a bit of a synthetic coating on the top, but they still utilize a genuine leather underneath. So on the toe box, we have this perforated finish, along with a light blue embroidered mini swoosh right above this. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have another overlay of genuine white leather, and this covers the eyelets of the sneaker as well. Beneath this on the mid panel, we have more white leather, and we have this synthetic swoosh overlaid on top, which is done in this gradient style where it goes from blue on the end to an orange on the front. Underneath this, on the heel, we have more genuine white leather, and then debossed on the lateral side of the heel, we have New York versus New York branding, which is also done in that similar gradient finish. On the bottom of the heel, we have this strip of white leather, and then the top of the heel is covered in this patent leather in blue, and we have Nike Air branding pressed on in this magenta finish. For the laces, this pair comes with a flat style white colored lace. Underneath this, we have this retro inspired nylon tongue. This is also done in white, and we have this synthetic patent leather patch on the top with New York versus New York branding again. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the back of the shoe, this is covered in this dark blue colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with a decently padded foam lined insole. It's finished in this silky smooth light blue finish on top, and again we have New York versus New York branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of this shoe sits atop this chunky rubber cup sole, which is painted entirely in white. However, just like any other Air Force 1, we do have Nike Air technology, which is housed within this cup sole, but it's not visible to the eye. And then finally, for the outsole, this is constructed out of a semi-translucent, vibrant light blue colored rubber, but the traction pattern is identical to any Air Force 1, so we have this circular pivot point on the forefoot and heel, along with Nike branding towards the medial edge. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and for me, I wear between a 9.5 and a 10 in Air Force 1s, depending on the specific release and the materials. So for this pair, I got these in a size 9.5, which is a half size down, and they fit me really well. So I'd say that if you have a narrow, normal, or slightly wide foot, go a half size down from your actual measured foot size, but if you have a really wide foot, you'd probably be better off just sticking true to size. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Air Force 1. To me, it's never really been the most comfortable silhouette out there. It feels quite heavy and clunky, but there is some level of squishiness and comfort underfoot. Some people I know swear by Air Force 1s and they find them to be extremely comfortable. I'm not necessarily in that boat, but for an everyday casual use shoe, these will be fine. Like I said, you feel some of that bounciness underfoot, but as long as you're okay with a heavier, chunkier silhouette, one that leaves you sitting higher off the ground, then I think you'll be perfectly fine with this pair. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality I thought was okay. Even though it's labeled as a Air Force 1 Low Premium, I didn't necessarily think that the materials were that great. Yes, they do utilize genuine leather on the upper, but it wasn't necessarily a great or premium cut of leather. However, I've seen worse materials on GR Air Force 1s. You'll see those pairs that have this overly synthetic coating on the top, which this doesn't necessarily have, or pairs that are crafted in what feels like a cardboard material on the top because it's just that stiff and that fake. So this pair, again, I thought was okay, and I thought the build of the shoe was okay as well. It wasn't perfect. I noticed that there were some inconsistencies with, for example, the height of this overlay on the toe box. And comparing the shape of the left and the right foot, there were some inconsistencies, a little bit of some crookedness as well. So again, it wasn't great, but these are just flaws I feel like the average person might not necessarily see. I'm probably just more particular and more of a nitpicker. So let me know, for those that grab these in person, how is the overall build and quality control on your pairs? So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. Overall, this is a fun, summer-ready colorway of the Air Force 1 Low. In my eyes, this is a very playful colorway, and dare I say, in some ways, it kind of looks like a kid's colorway. Still, it's a pair that I would totally rock myself, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but it kind of reminded me of the Kith Air Force 1 New York Knicks colorway, that white pair. So for those that struck out on that pair, I think this is a very worthy alternative, which also celebrates New York City as well. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this New York versus New York Air Force 1? When these drop on June 25th, or if they've already dropped when you're watching this video, are you picking these up for retail? Are you hoping that these get marked down and put on sale? Or are you just not feeling this colorway and it's a pass for you? If you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelt out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.